So these are the Mount to Coast T1 long distance trail running shoes. They've just launched from Mount to Coast. They're available in the Dune colorway that I have here, as well as the Tephra colorway. These are going to be ideal for, well, I mean, obviously trail running and just logging a ton of miles here, and that's kind of what Mount to Coast is known for. Now, if we take a look at the unboxing here, they always have a nice presentation. They got some on-brand messaging. This one is a little simpler than their R1 unboxing, but that's just fine. I have to say, these are surprisingly light for their size. I have the R1s, which I've logged over 200 miles on at this point, and those are the lightest shoes they offer right now at 8.5 ounces. And these are only a ½ ounce heavier. So even though you're getting all of this lug and tread, they really are surprisingly light at only 9 ounces. Now, these have their kind of on-brand subtle styling. I would say Mount to Coast styling is more akin to like an understated like Tracksmith or Bandit styling versus something that is more gaudy and flashy like a Nike, Adidas, or Saucony. You're not going to find any bright colors on any of their shoes. Their MO is getting you some white shoes that get nice and dirty while crushing distances. Now, getting back to the shoe here, they have a stack height of 36 millimeters at the heel and 32 millimeters at the toe. So you're getting 4 millimeters drop there, and the lugs are also 4 millimeters in depth. Now, checking out the lacing system here, they have the Tune Fit dual lacing system, and I love this. They have this on the R1 as well, and on the R1 you had laces up top and then the elastic pull band down at the bottom, and on these you just have a pull band on both top and bottom, but basically you get as much room and breathability in the forefoot as you need with as much lockdown as you want over the arch. It's a fantastic system. I don't know why more brands aren't doing something like this. This is great. I love and appreciate these because my feet aren't really wide. Like a wide width is no good for me, but I definitely need a little more breathing room than a narrow shoe would offer. And this kind of hits that nice sweet spot right in the middle. And if your feet are swelling on a long run, you're banging out a 100-miler or something, your feet are swelling, you know, you could always loosen things out and get the breathing room you need. Now, the upper on the T1 is made out of a woven fabric that is meant to be extremely durable, but also breathable. And they say that there's an anti-siphon tongue here, and that's attached into the shoe. It's meant to repel water, but also help keep the shoes dry quickly. Now, moving along to the soles here, you can see the T1 outsole. You're getting a Vibram outsole, which is pretty cool. They have some serious lugs here, and they refer to that pattern as traction lug micro features, saying it'll give up to 25% more grip, which is always good when you're out on the trails. And then the midsole is what they call light cell. It's a PEBA-based nitrogen infused foam that is 50% lighter than EVA while offering 45% more energy return. Now, I kind of feel like that midsole is what Mount to Coast is really known for, having these soles with just a nice energy return that just doesn't give up, even after large amounts of mileage. So yeah, you can just log a ton of miles on these and you're gonna still get good energy return. You can see they've sponsored athletes that have set all sorts of insane records, going hundreds and hundreds of miles in one pair, whereas some shoes that cost a lot more will give you a fraction of the mileage, whether they're race shoes or not. Now, speaking of cost, the cost for the T1 is $180, but I do have a discount code in the description if you're thinking of getting a pair. Then I mean, hey, you might as well get them for a little bit cheaper. But having put a couple hundred miles on my R1s and having these things just be good as the day I got them, I know when you're spending money on Mount to Coast shoes, they're gonna last. That's been my experience so far. These are kind of my go-to for long runs now. Now, obviously, as we're just going through the unboxing with these, and these are just day one new, I don't have a review ready yet on the performance of the shoe, but knowing that I wanted to get these shoes going, I'm gonna break them in over the next few days, and I actually signed up for a trail race yesterday. It's 4 days out as of the time I'm recording this. I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy. It's not an ultra marathon on 4 days notice. It fits into my current training plan. It's just over 16 miles, so I'm just hitting that. There are longer options in the race. There's like 50-mile, 100-mile distance. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm in the middle of a training program. But I will get these on the trail, get them a little dirty, see what they feel like, and at least be able to report back with some initial impressions. So let's go hit the trails. So we're headed to the race now. It's about 40 minutes away. We're showing up just in time to grab our bib. This will be my first time trying to actually film a race. I mean, I signed up for it last second. It's a race. Depending on who shows up, I might place well. I don't know. I guess that's always the case. It's also worth noting that it is just after 6 a.m. here, and it's already 77 degrees. Like, this is a freaking hot one. As far as performance goes, yeah, we'll see. We'll get her done.
All right, currently in first, 1 minute in. What could go wrong? Currently in second for the 16 miler. Down first up there with a couple 10K guys. I'm hurting though. Heart rate's too high, cadence too low. Signing up at 4 days notice and the best time to try and be competitive. My stupid ego's in the way. Shoes are great. And you see it's all pine needles and shit. But sure-footed, all good. Well, that's the new third place. Don't think podium's happening today. He just came up and burned right on by. And I got him right behind. Would have loved to bring home a trophy to show my boy that I won something, but it is what it is. Definitely going slower, but the third place guy just blew up and he's walking. Just grind it out. Got like 10K left. Running with my guy here. We're in third and fourth right now. As technically he's like in third by a couple inches. That'll be fun at the end. I'm just going to set these down right here for you. Great job.
Thank you. Any chance you could get me some water, please?
I can, yes. You got a bottle or anything you want me to put it in?
Yeah, I got the little cup. Thank you so much.
Well, it's good too that you're getting her.
Second. Hell yeah.
Was it second you got?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to hear today.
There we go. Second place. Can't believe I gutted that out. That guy was running with me. Thought he was gonna make a move the whole damn time. Thanks, man. When I finally pulled out ahead, with like 1.5 miles left, I just kept waiting for him to make his move and catch up. Once we got to about a 1/2 mile, I realized I didn't hear his footsteps and I just picked it up. That's the highest my heart rate's been in a long time. I pushed to the limit, man. I can't believe that. Hopefully getting back in town just in time to see the end of my boys' soccer game. I mean, right now it's 87 outside. So the race started, it was 77, and obviously it climbed up in the 80s. So yeah, that was brutal. Thank goodness a lot of it was shaded, but the parts in the sun were so difficult, just so oppressive. I'm such a trail wimp. 16 miles and talking about how brutal it was. But that's okay. You know what? for the shape I was in. I showed up, I showed out. The guy in first was, I think he was like 15 minutes ahead of me. So obviously that's just someone on a different level I wasn't close to. The two guys that were close to me, I beat them both. So to me, that's a good race, right? I was running in a pack, and by the end, they broke, I didn't. Made like maybe a little bit of a move, but honestly it was more that I was just a grinder. I'm an idiot that just loves competing, so when it comes down to it, like, I'm not gonna be the one that falls off. I will go until the wheels come off, man. I think at the end of that race the wheels did come off. Made it just at the end. Hey, mister!
What? I got 2 stamps.
You got 2 stamps? You must have done really good and listened to your coach.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Give me a hug. Ah!
Can I see your trophy?
I did get a trophy. I'm gonna show it to you in the car. You do good in soccer, mister? Yeah. Did you get a goal?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
That's a trophy that I got. Is that pretty cool?
It is made of plastic.
It feels like it's made of plastic? Well, yeah, maybe it is. It still means I ran really fast though. All right guys, so here we go. The Mount Coast T1 are looking a little more like a Mount Coast sneaker now. They're a little dirty, a little sandy, a little scuffed. They're used now. I've got probably about 40 miles on them now, including the 16 from that race you just saw. And as you can see, they didn't just go to the hellhole swamp and come on back. They kind of kicked some butt while they're there. So that was a pretty cool race. Let me know if you like seeing any race footage like that. Most of it was just me breathing really hard. It probably wasn't too great, but I guess it kind of told a funny story, and you know, so much for my plastic trophy. But anyways, the shoes did great. If I were to go over anything, I mean, I didn't get to film everything, but I was going over a whole bunch of pine needles, right, which could be a little slippery. I was going over, there were some muddy areas, there was some water I had to get around, some wet rocks, things like that. The grip on these, the tread, performed fantastic. I was sure-footed. I didn't slip at all. They were great in that regard. The tie-down system, of course, works great. My little lace pocket here works great. You know, it kept everything in there. Otherwise, then you're just kind of tucking them up there. I mean, everything was performing well. If I had one complaint, I'd say my feet got a bit sweatier than I thought they would. And I was wearing a high cushion sock, which probably didn't help with breathability. It was insanely hot, but I did not step in water. And man, when I finished, my feet were pretty drenched. But, you know, aside from that, and again, probably more my fault there with the sock choice, probably wasn't a great one. There were some portions where there was like wooden bridges going over water, and also some like wooden trails that were kind of done up, and the rebound was noticeable on these. My legs were too dead to take much advantage of it, but it was there, so definitely good. So the only thing I didn't really experience was any sort of big climbs or descents, and trying to, you know, keep balance and not slip on the way up or down any sort of slick surfaces, going up and down rocks or anything like that. But either way, this shoe seemed to perform fantastic. I think it's going to handle whatever you could throw at it on the trails. If you're looking to grab the new Mount Coast T1, you could use the link in the description, get 10% off. You might as well save some money. I know they're going to be my choice as I keep hitting the trails this summer. I did enjoy that. Beat up my legs a bit more than I thought it would, but hey, that's that's trail running for you. Let me know what you think down in the description. Do you have any other questions about the shoes? I know I don't do a ton of shoe reviews, so there could be some stuff I missed out. If there's any questions you have about these, please throw them down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer as many as I can. Thanks again to Mount Coast for sending me a pair to try out. I enjoy them. I'll definitely be putting them to good use. I'm Dave, and this is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day and stay fit.